Since I'm gonna get lots of comments about why is it so dark? It's because that's what nighttime looks like, children. Nighttime is dark until the cars start passing by. And then suddenly the sun rises up for quite some time. Because none of these dipshits can drive without the sun in their fronts. I'm really gonna try hard not to make this into a bitch session heading into work. Because I ain't gonna behoove nobody and be productive. Oh, that can go wrong. It's not gonna go wrong bad enough to like floor me or make me not do things. But it's gonna, you know, oh, your work shoes. They're not where you left them. They're not gone, so you're not gonna like be missing out on work. They've just been moved slightly. Sort of day when you just smell something foul no matter what it is and you're hoping it ain't you. I keep checking myself though, because this is an old jacket I'm wearing. And it ain't been laundered in a minute. I've been waiting to do my laundry. Technically, this is the first pretty day we've gotten to where I've been able to record. And boy, howdy, I wish I could show y'all what the night sky looks like. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't know how well this is gonna go over. This feels like the day the AI attacked. Because Gemini, who every time they interrupt me talking or while I'm singing along to a playlist, or if I'm working on like, don't know if y'all know this, but some of the lyrical things I do in my videos where I blend together words like our fat, flappy fascist. Yeah, I work on that shit. If it tongue ties, yeah, I typically say it a few times before attempting it on a live stream. But if I'm sitting here and I start talking to myself, or just the voices, you know how it be sometimes. But when I'm talking to the ghosts of the past, AI just, oh, did you want to look that random string of words up? And all I want to be like is, hey, bitch, if you're going to spy on me, at least do me the favor of being a better spy than that. Because the former FBI or CIA or whatever government operative it is that watches our shit, at least when they were spying on me, they didn't constantly interrupt with corrections on how to do my shit better. I think that's just one of the biggest things that annoys me. What's the point of having it say, oh, just say ask Gemini and then talk to the AI like it's a person? Okay, cool. Well, if I don't say the words ask or anything like it, why is it, you know? Because, yeah, hello, Latoya, and hello, Joey A. Together for the walk-in. Because I try to, like, I don't plan these talks. I play it very much off the cuff. Versus the children. It's bad, we'll talk about it. But I'll listen to that. And as I'm reacting to Lance's video, just sort of, you know, playing open-ended questions, going, well, how's that sound? How's this sound? Gemini just decides to butt in. And so as I'm trying to listen to this video, suddenly the video's volume goes real low. And I don't know why my video is now whispering to me, because it's not like, again, Google's slowing down because I have so many things going on my phone. But it just, you know, why can't I uninstall AI? Hello, TTWC all day. How you doing? I know you can't see me, but it's dark outside, Joe. In the morning, to be precise. I'm currently heading into work. It will be a 4-mile hike into town, and I typically cut the stream about a mile, sometimes a little less than a mile, before I get to work. We also will occasionally do hikes home, but that depends on a couple factors. One, the temperature, because apparently it is now getting so hot in Georgia that my cell phone overheats on the walk. Kind of says something about the temperature index, huh? But also the other side is if it's a particularly bad weather. We've been getting hit with the remnants of Irving, or whatever they called the hurricane that kind of tapped the U.S. coast and then went back out to sea. But yeah, been a rough couple days, but we've been all right. Also picked up extra days at work because, you know, nobody wants to work no more. Or, you know, our system's fucking collapsing and no place pays a living wage, so why? Hell, like I constantly tell my boss, at this point, it's out of loyalty to them and the team that I stick around. Because otherwise, trust friends, I could be working at Uber for more money than I do my restaurant. Somebody threw a bottle out. Hello, Cool Kid and Elliot channel. How are you doing? I'm currently hiking through the dark, but there'll be a gas station at the end of 4 miles that I can purchase a coffee and or delicious beverage at before heading into work. Now on Laura Loomer versus the children. That one's actually pretty easy. There's a U.S. person in charge of one of the departments named Laura Loomer. When brought to the table about kind of a bad look for a U.S. politician. Sort of like a dipshit flying down the road at this hour. I truthfully do hope that some kind of police departments do look at my videos, because I know that they occasionally fuck with me, so if they do, that's what you call speeding. Pull the video feed and get his license plate. But we all know the cops don't go to that length to actually do their job. Dude would have to pull up to the police station to get busted. I really hope this coat doesn't smell like mothballs. The other up and down side to the storm coming through is just that. Temperature is going to be wacky for the next couple days. They're calling it a false fall. And yeah, it feels a lot like it. That's why I went with the old denim jacket. I can take and roll this bad boy up, stuff it in the box that I carry with me when I'm done. Just in case it's hot this afternoon. Oh. But nah, I'm not going to get too into the weeds on the politics side because one, not all my viewers are American. Two, they're fucking fascists, y'all. What else do you want me to say? Hey, if you watch a World War II documentary about Nazi Germany and Hitler, about the same fucking thing. Just put American flags and make all the Aryans very overweight. Basically Nazis, but thumbs. Thumbsies. And that's basically what your average Trump supporter looks like. I mean, not to give the Nazis any kind of credit, but, you know, they're slightly dumber than the Nazis. Only slightly. Nazis could read. Not that they would, but they could. I truly don't think most Trump supporters can. People. How are my people doing out there, by the way? The workers, the hard ones, the ones somehow trying to survive as the economy crashes around us. Victim of climate change. It was just last week, and I don't think anyone talked about it because I only saw it on one news program. And it was like a 5-minute story, if that. But yeah, 1,000-mile Long Island, which was originally a land bridge between two parts of, I want to say South America, but it might be somewhere over in Europe or Asia. But it was a good long island. Had over 100,000 people living on it. They've now all been displaced because the ocean has risen up enough that island is now gone. It's the first developed nation that if you go looking it up, you'll find videos of it, to be swallowed up by the sea. Where's their door? Like I said, I don't want to doomer nobody, but I hate the blind optimism too. We need to realize where we're at, what we're in, and we need to actively work to change and stop things. It's why I tell y'all, never shut up about the fact that Trump's a pedophile. Never shut up about the fact that they are all Nazis. Now, I mean, you want details on how they're Nazis, that's when I'm going to say just basically Google anything. Outside of that, AI is making a more aggressive push, it seems like, to basically get involved in every single thing we do. And maybe it's just me, but because of Star Trek and because of sci-fi media and because of my deep love of robots before AI and Elon Musk and all the reality set in of how terrible the tech billionaires are, I enjoyed the idea of virtual friends, robot friends. But these AI units are, well, it's an AI unit that pretends to be your bestie, but doesn't even know you exist. You're just data being entered into it. But it goes back, and I tried to look it up, but you know how brains and phones work sometimes. I don't think it's Scopes. I think that was the monkey trial where we proved that evolution is definitively 100% real. Poor possum, that deserved better. But it was the one who did the parenting trials, and basically he tortured monkeys, and by that, a stuffed animal that looked similar to it, but wouldn't do anything, or a hard chicken wire-esque mesh casing that had a milk distributor on it and would give nutrients. Can I tell you that 3 of the 5 monkeys just died holding on to a stuffed animal? Where was their door, by the way? Because anyone that believes in a god, any of these experiments, any of all of history, I put up against any of your fairy tale bullshit. But yeah, 3 of the 5 monkeys just died of starvation. And the man did this to find out what is the human element of nurturing that we need. Because, for example, if you take a prisoner and you offer them the choice of the 2 punishments, I can cane you or I can stick you in this isolation cell for a month. 90% of the time, the person will choose a great deal of physical pain to isolation. And now, wait a minute, because I'm not just getting off topic, I'm tying it back in. And yet, through AI, we are pushing ourselves away from each other into self-imposed isolation. And hold up, because I have why this is happening, and I don't think a lot of people have been talking about it. The thing is, your friends are messy. We're messy people. Humans in general. We forget dates. We forget how to talk. Hey, what up, that wolf guy? How you gonna do? Let me jump over into the ditch right here and give me a second. Oh, for fuck's sake. Give me a second. I gotta deal with this one. Okay. Yeah, no. One, ignore the Jesus talk, because that's all stupid nonsense from fairy tale goat fuckers. Ignore that shit. That's pointless. Now, back to what I was trying to say. These chat bots basically push us away because, unlike us messy humans that have bad days, that get upset, they don't. But it blinds us. Give you a good example from yesterday at work. I got in, and I talked about this on the gaming stream earlier, but sort of heck neat about it. I got in the other day much earlier than I should have, because I constantly arrive at work early to get them extra hours. But I got to work early, and everybody was outside, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. What's up? Basically, our walk-in cooler, where we keep the eggs, where we keep anything that's not frozen, had died overnight at some point between 3 p.m. and when we had gotten in at 3 a.m. It had died. Do you want to know how hot it was inside that little metal box full of meat and eggs and milk? It was 98 degrees. It was a 90 in there. My God, y'all, the smell cannot even begin to describe. I opened that cooler, and for a hot minute, I literally thought to myself, you know, homelessness might not be that bad. Because I almost just fucking, nope, I'm done. I'm out. Bye. Bye. And just left. But instead, I went to my bag, got my Emu Blue Goo, which is a knee balm powder. If you've got Tiger Balm, it works better. Put just a little bit in my mustache to where I didn't have a sense of smell no more. And we started daisy chaining this meat and eggs and all this bad shit out of the restaurant and out to the dumpster. Now, while we are cartoonishly moving pounds of spoiled food, y'all, we were that was a lump. We were wrapped around the building, into the road. There are these people that are ordering breakfast foods and waiting for us as we comically run spoiled food out to the dumpster. And not a small amount, y'all. This was thousands of dollars worth of food that went bad. So not good. But all that's going through my head as I'm doing this is, do these people just not care? Do they just assume that, okay, well, what we're eating surely isn't bad at all? I mean, again, we did do our best to make sure everything that we served came out the fridge that worked, but we only had a small amount. I got to see our owner again because he had to run out to the other stores and do a rescue package because they weren't about to shut the restaurant down for the day. But yeah, just as we're walking out, James take a load, dump it in the dumpster right behind him. I'm behind him with a big old box of eggs over my shoulder, trying to get it out there quick because you don't want nothing out of there to leak on you. And then these dumb people, nothing wrong here. Oh, that seems like an awful lot of rotten meat. I hope my meat ain't rotten. Okay, and also, before I sound like a complete asshole here, let me be clear. We are not the only name brand of our store. So not only could you have gone to a different store like the Waffle House or a different breakfast establishment, but if you desperately needed our name brand, not going to say it on here, of breakfast establishment food, there's another one less than 5 miles away. That's within walking distance for someone like me. I don't understand, y'all. I'm living in a world that I fundamentally do not understand anymore. And I'm saying it as funny as I can and being as upbeat as I can about it because it's like, all of this work and what did it... Oh, also, by the way, all this work. If y'all remember back to about, I'd say 2-3 weeks ago, I was walking through this pack. You're gonna turn your brights off. Thanks, jackass. That was actually a nice thing for them to do. I'm just frustrated because in the line of things that would have worked out better. Oh, good. Here's another one. Here's another chance. But this line right here. There we go. But they also bulldozed, trampled, and have started the construction over here for their lovely little cul-de-sac. So it's like, taking a lot of L's today. Taking a lot of L's. That's life though, ain't it, y'all? On the bright side, the park animals are still doing good. I haven't seen the otters in a couple days, but given that the weather's getting all fucky and weird, they've probably moved further up in the creek or further down the creek. There's a reason they call them dinosaurs. The one I saw was just an adolescent and it was as big as me. Beautiful creatures. But yeah, they're extending the neighborhoods further out through here now. And then just, like I said, y'all, we're taking in AI and we're losing our humanity, it feels like. I don't know how else to put it, but it's like, I would have normally expected at least one person in this long line of people as the entirety of the kitchen. Like every dude in the kitchen. Because the age range of our employees go elderly woman, managerial woman, young man. So it's like, yeah, the old ladies and the managers stayed inside to continue making and pushing out food that we had prepared from the fridge, because we do have like 2 big fridges in there that we, thankfully, I had worked the day before, so we loaded it up. But it's like, y'all, breakfast grease. I don't understand people anymore, y'all. And then I do appreciate getting rides home. And yesterday I had a lovely coworker and their mother give me a ride home. But Jesus Christ, sometimes their tales are just, I want to help, but I don't know how I can help. So the best thing I can do in those situations is just shut the fuck up. Because if I take Rose's side, whose side I'm on in these situations, I'm just going to lose a ride and start an argument that goes further. Because her mother's one of these older ladies who basically, oh, I know I'm right, and now that I'm asking you, I know you're probably going to agree with me, right? And I'm just, here's a random fact about plants in the area. Because I don't want to answer that question. Her big thing was Rose being a young lady that has now reached the dating age. Again, she's like 20-something, so I genuinely would, if she had ever asked my advice, it would be, hey, I'm 20, I don't fucking care what you think, thank you. But she cares about her mother. I get that. I used to have a mother that I cared about. So she doesn't want to say, hey, kindly and respectfully fuck off, it's none of your business. She just wants to, you know. But I get drawn into this because she then looks back, well, Travis, you're a man, what would you think? I'm an asexual man. I think all of your dating rituals are weird. I think shaking the parent's hand is weird because that's a very transactional, are you selling your dating's a thing now? And all that is masturbation, it feels like. But again, I don't respect AI. I don't. It's not there yet. And furthermore, when it does get to where people are saying that it needs to get to, you can't use it as a sex robot anymore. It's got feelings and things of its own. And it gives me a lot of worry when a lot of the people I talk to about these things, they don't want a functioning high-end robot. They want a sex slave. And again, be as kinky as I've tried the programs, y'all. I hate Gemini. I really hope Gemini would be what Google was saying it was going to be. But it's just it's like, how do I put this without sounding like an asshole? It's like having a kid, but a really stupid kid. Because Gemini is asking me more questions than it's answering. Mostly because, you know, I talk to myself a lot, especially when I'm left alone. Because I try to work on talking to you good folks. I like to entertain people. And it's like, you know, but yeah, it's just, I don't understand the connection to AI is all. Have we fallen that far as a species? Because also, literally, all you need is someone in a very feminine voice to go, okay, honey, you did good. And you just melt and throw money at it? Bro, your local trans femboy really would like your attention, please. It's like, that's the thing that annoys me. We are not using these AI robots to go and do horribly dangerous tasks. We're not using these AI models and AI possibilities to go do extreme things that people either A, don't want to do, or B, physically just can't do. No, we're using them to give us human connection, and that's something, I'm sorry, friends, but you can do that. We can do that. It's like one of my coworkers. I care about the dude like fellow human to human, but I see why won't women talk to me? And I'm like, well, do you talk to them like this? This might be why women don't talk to you, friend. I basically quietly excuse myself from most situations. Because, you know, I get it. But I'm also not going to be over here after I quietly excuse myself, you know, oh, you motherfuckers, everybody's assholes. Nobody likes me no more. There's a male loneliness epidemic. No, fuck that. I get it. I'm socially awkward. Coolsies. Peace. It's part of being an anarchist. Not all folks, you know? But then these people that are, oh, I just wish a woman would talk to me. Dude, I'm right here. What you want to talk about? I don't mean that like prostitution is legal. And I don't mean go hurt a woman. I mean go legally hire a woman whose specialty is that trade. Sex trade. But that's not what I want. I want a woman who will be with me and not charge me. Oh, okay. See, there's a problem there, friend. That means you either have to have what I'm guessing the kids call the Riz and have that, you know, or, you know, you have to have something to appeal to them. Because women aren't just machines that you say a special code to and sex drops out. Women are people. And as people, I don't know what the fuck makes people want to do sex. I don't want to do sex most of the time. But as people, you know, that's a matter of go find your skill, go try. And here's the other part about that, y'all. This is why people watching used to be a fun pastime. Watch people make their shots. Whoop, try not to die as you do this. But watch people take their shots. Watching some of these people fail miserably or succeed triumphantly used to be a fun part of the social fabric. And nowadays it's just everybody's so judgy and mean-spirited and shit. It's weird. Checking down on chat. Y'all have a good day now. I've called an old soul almost all of my life. And being that I haven't shown y'all my face yet, unless you're a fan, I'm guessing that, yeah, you just haven't seen my face. I'm an elder millennial, not an elderly person. I'm running out of 90s-esque references. I know what biker mice from Mars are, and I had the toys. I loved Marvel in the original days, like Captain America, and by this I mean the original film debut days. Comics are also awesome. I'm always going to love the comics. But as far as like movies go, I've been checked out since Wakanda Forever, I want to say. I liked it. It was a good movie. I like where it's going. It's just, in a world where fascists are walking the streets, a feel-good rah-rah movie hardly feels like what I need right now. I feel like we need much more. How do we build a community? How do we start the fire? Much less, woo, we're the greatest. Just ignore all the fascists and child molesters that are in our office right now. Ignore all of that we're letting happen actively every single day. But woo, great spirit. I can't. I get it, and I get it can't be doom and gloom all the time. So if you still love Marvel, I'm not going to yuck your yum. It's just not for me, you know? Friends, there's a movie called Dogma with Kevin Smith and a bunch of other really good actors in it at the time. It's got Snape from Harry Potter in it. It's a really good, classically funny movie. Also one of the most controversial movies of the 90s. But if we had had 5 Dogmas, that would have been garbage, y'all. The reason that it was such a good movie is it was a one-off. I don't know. I feel like the reason I liked Sinners, I finally got to see enough of it to have an opinion about it. I liked it because, yeah, it's a trope, vampires. It's another trope, old school vampire. You know, the slavery aspect of it. The dark side of it, so to speak. I like that part. I like that they're putting new spins on things. Because God knows I'm tired of Final Destination 27. I mean, certain properties we could do that with. Jason, Michael Myers, we did it for a little bit on. But it's like, you gotta let properties die and new properties come out. We would have never gotten, I don't know, I'm not good enough at this game yet. We would have never gotten Cowboy Bebop if we hadn't had Vash the Stampede to run. And we would have never had any of that if it weren't for Astro Boy and Speed Racer. But I feel like, unfortunately, maybe the stage on humanity's advancement starting to come to a close by our own... Oh, I've got messages coming in from Forget Me Not. I'll have to check in on that in a bit. But through our own, like, hubris. I mean, the most recent one that I could point out, and man, I wish you folks would stay in the white lines. You got the whole road. I'm over here off-roading it. But the most recent one I can point out would be VisiPop and Twisted Horse Animation. Funny Horse. Whatever it is, her company. Not knocking on the dear girl too much because she brought something into market, and to my knowledge, VisiPop did it on her own. I mean, yes, studio, yes, voice actors. She didn't do it by herself, a la one individual person style. But as far as like, yeah, their company kind of thing. But now it's like, I hate to be that way, but it's like that Dark Knight quote. You either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Because I'm sorry, I saw it, and maybe I'm just old and cranky, but it's like, I remember when Homesick came out. I remember when it was, well, what is that? I don't even know, and that's what's so awesome. Is it a webcomic? Is it a show? I gotta jump off the road right quick, literally. But is it a webcomic? Is it a show? We didn't know. Well, now it's going to be a TV show. Flat, maybe like 8-episode run, maybe 6-episode run. Hell, with how VisiPop releases her media, maybe 1 episode, then 5 years, then another episode. But again, I could forgive that when Hello Boss was coming out with like 2 people in a basement making it, you know? But now you've got studio, you've got HBO money. Why don't we already have the next episode of Hell of a Boss out? You know, maybe instead of looking for more money on the table, you should put in for those fans and the folks that put in for you to get there. But again, I'm not knocking her. I don't fucking know what she's been up to. I could be talking out my ass and she's planning the single greatest empire build ever. Because Lord knows Disney's dead and somebody needs to build something with their corpse. Not that I don't love Pedro Pascal, but it's another one of those instances of a company gets so big, it destroys itself. Like I said, I don't know, y'all. An eldritch horror. I like eldritch horror. Also, I fed the cats and the dogs. Don't let them lie to you. If you want to give them treats, that's fine, but you know. Right now, I'm just taking a deep breath and giving my rickety knees a minute before we start hiking through again. It is a lovely morning, though, isn't it? Storms have passed. Clouds are starting to come back out. Just lovely. Lord, and you had to like dive into the fan forums to see how exactly they dive together, sort of thing. I'm not talking like Mad Max Fury Road, but I mean, sometimes that's what you want. You don't want to think about your movie. You just want to go in there for some fun. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, this is just me yapping at y'all on my way into a dead-end job. Trying to make my tiny mark and use this as more or less a teeny tiny kind of live journal-esque thing. Plus record how this road changes over time, because that's also kind of fun to do a time in the world out there, y'all. I'm not going to lie to you and say to medicatedly stare forward with happy cow eyes. But what I am going to say is fight where you can and enjoy the little and enjoy them. Because really, your joy and mocking the fascists are 2 of the biggest things they hate the most. That's why I recommend doing it all the time, as much as you can. Because undermining their power and authority, well, that just gets under their skin. You crying, you being downtrodden, losing hope, that makes them overjoyed. Don't give your enemies reasons to be happy today. That giant cloud structure looks almost like a fish. And Mike, it kind of does almost pick it up. I would be showing you neat plants, but we don't really have a lot of neat plants around me at the moment, and it is still pretty dark out. Unfortunately, we've entered into the portion of the walk that isn't so bad in the morning. The grass is wet, which makes it rather unpleasant on the feet, but it's not so bad in this time. This afternoon, well, this is what I call the Valley of Death. Because if you've noticed, the rich hoity-toity jackasses have planted all the trees around their houses and only their houses. So you've got a good 20-40 feet of just raw sunlight baking on the road. And then over here you got 20 to 40 feet of just raw sunlight baking on the road. And this is more or less just a straight mile of, y'all guessed it, raw sunlight cooking you as you walk through this very barren-esque landscape that if they didn't dump thousands probably of dollars worth of water on it, would quickly turn into a dry desert. Because much like ecology would teach us, everything works hand in hand together. If it was a proper Georgia prairie, it would take care of itself because the taller shoots would basically hold an undercaving system that would be a good home for all sorts of animals. We don't get a prairie grass, we get this sod shit. Similar reason why this field turns into a swamp whenever the storms come through. If you don't respect nature, nature wipes you right out. But at least my fears of the planet being destroyed are gone. Y'all, studying ecology put it a lot more in perspective for me. And really, George Carlin said it right all those years ago. Hey, buddy. I don't know if you can hear me over my friend over there. He always gets so rambunctious as I walk through. He or she's a good little fella, though. Yeah, we ain't gonna get mad at them protecting their yard one bit. They're good little fellas. But George Carlin said it best, y'all. Save the planet, don't save the planet. Either way, really it's saving the planet for us. Because there's nothing we can do. Even if we nuke the place to fucking back. The planet, this ball of dirt and water, it's gonna be here. As long as we don't burn the fucking sky up and literally destroy the atmosphere, this little ball of dirt's just gonna keep on a-ticking. The humans might be gone, but something else will rise and take our place. That's how nature works. And maybe it will be another hominid, who knows? I don't think so. Judging from how hot and unpleasant we're making this place, it's likely gonna be some insect hive mind-esque thing. Because ants, they're on the rise. Spiders are getting bigger. And soon here in the US, at least in Georgia where I'm at, because we're already seeing them across Texas, but here in the southeast, we're gonna start getting to see some of those fun desert-style tarantulas like what's out of New Mexico and Mexico, as they're adapting and moving on up. So like I said, nature's gonna be fine. The humans are fucked. So I beg of you, for sake of us, for sake of my fellow hominids, let's do something to fix the planet. Hanged up and scarred than she was originally. But hey, nobody gets out of capitalism unscathed, am I right? We'll probably break it off at the construction zone this time. I basically said everything I got to say. If you're gonna choose to date in the modern world, please date humans. Pay more attention to everything going on around you, because truthfully, I do believe Americans are asleep at this point. Not just the fun little ha-ha. No, I mean like, y'all, I think most Americans are literally so asleep that you could kill someone and they wouldn't even fucking notice or break stride. Because again, thousands of dollars of meat, rotten meat, was thrown out of my restaurant yesterday, and we still broke record sales that day. And mostly because people don't give a shit. I mean, mostly because people don't give a shit. I beg of y'all, I realize the 90s fucking grunge aesthetic of, oh, fuck it, man, that don't matter. I get it, I feel you. It's beating in my heart and soul too. But y'all, please care a tiny bit more. Also, other sad news of the day, the ASPCA and several other animal rights organizations have now pointed out that we're going to see, we have already seen, the defining point in the economy being record-breaking turnovers of pets. The main cited reason being they can no longer financially afford them. This in cahoots with, vet bills on the rise and pet food on the rise. We really could use a pay raise out here, y'all. And somehow I don't think our rich bosses are going to do it if we don't start kicking and fighting ourselves. But, me, you, we don't mean shit. We're single people. It's just shut ain't being good. Nah, I will say the fridge is fixed for now. Flat top still catches fire randomly. Sink doesn't leak, but the drain constantly backs up. I still can't filter the fryer oil. We're still just dumping gallons upon gallons of that a day. But it's like, boss will step right over that $100 bill to pick up a penny. Mostly because your bosses that actually know a thing, the ones who are there with you, they're not the ones that are getting to make any of these decisions or plans. It's the ones that haven't had to work in years. The ones that get up and set their own schedules. And again, it's not going to change so long as everyone who sees the shit happening is just, oh well. I mean, y'all, he dies, they just claim that extra money and send it to the shareholders. Are you going to stop shopping at Walmart? Of course not. Because who gives a fuck? It's not your family, right? I mean, McDonald's has literally broken the backs of the working class in order to shill out the cheapest fucking food imaginable at the cheapest fucking prices, supposedly. I mean, originally it was a fun place for kids, and tech bros design it. And doesn't McDonald's just seem a little less fun nowadays? I mean, they still try to sell it on that, but it's like, it looks about as fun as a child prison. But I mean, why are we surprised? Capitalism will inevitably decay and die. Because instead of rewarding people or cherishing and bringing up human work, it just grinds it down. And in our modern, they don't even need worker slaves as much anymore. They can get robots to do it. And as long as the people are fine ordering on a giant tablet inside a Taco Bell, rather than talking to a person behind the register, well, guess what? The robots are going to win. My question is, when the robots come for your job, what are you going to do? Because understand, if you do a job, regardless of what that job is, AI and tech bros can take it from you. They can't do it as well as you can. But I mean, does it really fucking matter? Again, so long as people are willing to accept garbage, it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, we have clothed ourselves in this capitalist system. While you were sleeping, by the way, the Democrats have been dragged back to Texas, and Texas has been redistricted. They did everything they could, gentlemen and ladies, but they have lost that fight for the goodness. Anyone gonna rise up? Anyone even gonna say anything? Okay. Like I said, y'all, I'm not saying be violent. I'm just saying don't be stupid. I'm not saying to, maybe don't help them. Like I said, this is the point where I make a call to action. My call to action is this. I say it at the end of every stream. Work together. Let's work together. Well, today, homework assignment. Go talk to another living flesh and blood human being. Can be your neighbor. Can be somebody random. Go talk to a person. Say hi today. Hell, I still to this day don't know what the fuck my neighbor's name is outside of Randy. And that's mostly because I keep remembering an American Dad skit of, oh, Randy. But still, I don't fucking know his name. We wave at each other on occasion. That's what the capitalist system needs. People that aren't willing to stand up for each other. People that turn on each other. Like I said, make a friend today that's an actual human flesh and blood friend. And if you can't make a friend, so be it. But at least go say hi to a real human that isn't standing behind a register selling you something or trying to get you to buy something. Go talk to somebody just for talking to them's sake. Like I said, y'all, I try to do my best, and that's all I ask any of y'all. Please, try to do your best today. Some of the boxes broken down, and the dogs groomed, and Shifu washed. Then I'll be able to do like a gaming stream, because, you know, after that we die and got to go back to this drudgery again. That's it, y'all. Try to find the happiness where you can find it. Because if you don't find it, your AI sure as shit ain't going to find it for you. Find something that fulfills you art-wise. Because we need more people. Anyone and everyone can make anti-AI propaganda. Anyone and everyone can write Trump's a pedophile on a sheet of paper and put it up anywhere and everywhere. Like I said, propaganda's easy. The right does it all the fucking time. Want to know how I know that? Who do you think of when I ask, what is a woman? Matt Walsh cornered the market on a single fucking stupid question. And my God, is it a stupid fucking question for an adult to ask? But they've trademarked it now, more or less. Hell, when I hear that question, I know it's a right-winger asking me. Propaganda, folks. Learn it and learn how to weaponize it against our enemies, because they've already mastered the art. Most of all, just be safe. There have already been too many martyrs in the cause, and it's easy to be made a martyr of these days. So be safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. If you've got any amount of dirt you can put seed into, try to grow something local that you or your neighbors can eat. Because the markets, friends, they are coming down, and they will collapse probably, whether we try to hold them up or not. Because, I mean, we don't just have, you know, basic bad capitalists in right now. We've got the patently terrible fascist capitalist. So they're going to burn everything down, pillage the coffers, and then blame the weakest minority they can to get you to turn on them. Don't take the bait. Fight them. Texas turned 5 districts red, taking 10 districts red. Okay. I mean, I hear they might be able to swing it, but I also heard for 3 months there's no way in hell they would elect a pedophile. And then I heard for months on end, well, he's definitely a pedophile. He will get arrested for it, because that's the one thing that left or right we can decide we hate. And, I mean, hey, at least they're light red. They might swap. Who knows? Like I said, y'all, I don't mean to be a bummer about things. It's just, damn, everything's bleak right now, ain't it? Try to be the sunshine out there, folks. And one day we will see a better tomorrow. One day. Like I said, y'all, try to find some happiness today. Try to talk to a person. And above all else, fight the evil where you can. That break in the trees up ahead is where it used to be a very beautiful forest, and now is a very okay hillside. And eventually, apartments more than likely. But who knows? Right now, I'm almost there. Only about a mile left to go total. Hey, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. Right now we're getting into that nitty-gritty portion of it that gets difficult to hike. And I would like to say the hayfield's got some interesting like plants growing in it. Eventually, when I get enough space to get that iNaturalist on my phone, I'll have to check some of them out, because I think they've got some of the, what you call them, morning star plants, whatever they are. They give off the really bright little seed pod looking things. I'll try to get some pictures of them today if I walk home. If I can, though, I will get a ride home because while it's only supposed to be 80, that's probably going to be a very humid 80. Like I said, y'all, it's a false fall. Don't be breaking out your winter gear yet. But I would grab a light jacket out of storage today, possibly. Lows in the 60s, highs in the 85s. Pollen is very, very high today, according to AccuCheck weather report. So yeah, make sure to wear your sunblock, folks. Nobody wants to get skin cancer. But alright, y'all. Y'all be good, and it's been about an hour now, so we'll see you on the next one. Definitely doing a gaming stream tonight. Maybe a walk and talk on the way home, depends on if I get a ride or not. Like I said, y'all, the sun's shining. Try to be the light today to somebody, you know? Be the change you want to see in the world, folks. We love you. Endure and survive together.